I am going to recap a 2011 drama film named Men in Hope. Ondrej goes to buy birthday materials for his son. As he finishes his buying, he waits for his father-in-law, Rudolph, who owns a taxi to drive him. When Rudolph eventually arrives, he reminds Rudolph that they are late and his wife Alice will get angry at him. He asks Rudolph where he is and Rudolph tells him he is with one of his concubines who is sick. He asks Ondrej to lie to his wife that they are together. But Ondrej asks why he is cheating on his wife. Ondrej insists that he will never cheat on Alice. Rudolph tells Ondrej that life is short, so Ondrej should enjoy his life. They eventually get home and before leaving the car, Ondrej tells Rudolph that he won't lie to his wife. Upon entering the house, Alice asks why Ondrej was 45 minutes late. On the other hand, when Rudolph enters, his wife, Marta, hugs him and asks why they are late. She looks at the ball stick with Rudolph and tells Alice that the boys were out playing billiards. Ondrej goes to meet Alice and asks her why her parents are behaving like young lovers. She says it's because they love each other. She reminds him that they are looking for a child, so they should intimate that night. He is forcefully intimate with Alice. Throughout the whole process, nothing is fun. The following day, Ondrej confides in Rudolph that he is about to lose his back due to too much action. He asks Rudolph how Rudolph could be having intimate with Marta every night, even though they have been married for a long time. He asks if Rudolph isn't tired of seeing Marta's naked body, and Rudolph says he hasn't seen Marta's body in 20 years. He says if he sees her body, he will get turned off. So what he does is whenever he sees a random beautiful lady, he registers their look in his brain when he wants to be intimate with Marta. Ondrej goes to the bar where he is to play with Rudolph. However, when Rudolph sees him there, he asks him what he is looking for. Ondrej reminds Rudolph of the plan of coming to play ball. But Rudolph says he only said it so he can get an opportunity to meet a lady and he doesn't want to play ball. As they talk, a pretty young girl arrives. She walks to them and goes to meet Rudolph. Rudolph introduces Ondrej to him. She introduces herself as Sarlota. Ondrej tries to speak to Rudolph about his behavior. He tells him Sarlota is almost the same age as his daughter, Alice, but Rudolph says Sarlota isn't Alice. He tells him that the reason Alice is bored with her marriage is that he is boring. Ondrej asks him if he is advising him to cheat on his daughter, and Rudolph says it's called saving the marriage. Ondrej insists on staying with Rudolph that night, so he sits as Rudolph plays with Sarlota. While Sarlota plays the ball, she claims her hair is disturbing her. She removes her pants and she uses them to tie her hair. Then she bends around the boys to play the ball. After playing, Rudolph drove Sarlota home. Ondrej enters the ring to get home. He is feeling a fever and takes an instrument on the table to check his temperature. Thinking it's a thermometer, but it's a pregnancy test and still negative. The following day, Sarlota visits the restaurant. She asks him to cook for her. He cooks for her and they make out. They go to her house where they have fun. He runs back home and when Alice asks him why he is late, he says because he met one of his classmates. She notices his suit, smells like a lady's perfume, and she finds Sarlota pants in his suit. He denies having anything with Sarlota and tells her it's Rudolph. Alice reports to her mother, who sends Rudolph away from home. Alice also stops Rudolph from staying in her house. Ondrej goes to meet him and he gets angry at Ondrej. Marta tells Alice she knows he is cheating with Sarlota, probably the 135th girl. The following day, Rudolph buys Marta a bag. He puts it on her farm. When Marta finds the bag, she walks home happily. Just as she is about to cross the street, the car hits her and she dies. Rudolph gets her bag and mourns her. Meanwhile, Ondrej keeps seeing Sarlota. Ondrej and Sarlota have car action in the woods. The car keeps moving and hits a tree. He lies to his wife about the reason. His new lifestyle gives him a passion for work, especially at their restaurant. He revives their restaurant and they start having customers again. He goes to have car action with Sarlota again without protection. At the restaurant, he thinks about Sarlota while working and Alice passes by. He drags her and has action with her. Alice tells Rudolph how her husband has changed. However, Rudolph knows he is cheating. He meets with Ondrej and advises him to stop cheating while there is still time. They have a Christmas celebration where Ondrej buys Alice a gown with a Sarlota bra cup. Later, Sarlota goes to meet Alice and asks her for a job as a maid. She employs her, and she also asks her to start staying with Rudolph as a maid. So one day, he meets Sarlota at Rudolph's house. He confronts her and asks why she asked for the job, and she says she wants to be with him and loves him. She opens the window despite knowing Alice could see them, and she starts having action with him. She also makes him pick up Alice's call while they have action. Meanwhile, Rudolph goes to Marta's grave and sees a suspicious tulip there. He returns home and Ondrej jumps out of his house. He finds out Marta has been cheating and takes her ashes to pour away. Ondrej goes to meet him and tells him he is also cheating. So he shouldn't get angry. He decides to find the man. Rudolph eventually finds the man and realizes he is blind, and Marta only stays with him because she wants someone that craves to see her. Ondrej also decides to make things right with his wife. The following day, their cook holds Alice romantically, signifying that she is also cheating. She tells him she is no longer interested. She overhears Ondrej making a reservation at a restaurant, so she decides to go there. Meanwhile, Ondrej goes there to break up with Sarlota. Alice enters at about the same time, and Sarlota calls her to their table. Ondrej hides under the table, and while Sarlota and Alice are talking, Sarlota declares that she is pregnant. Ondrej escapes while hiding beside a table and meets Rudolph at the reception. Rudolph reminds him that he has told him to leave the relationship, and Rudolph decides to take responsibility for the child. He goes to Sarlota in front of Alice, saying he is the owner of the child, and he declares this to everyone. He makes Sarlota embarrassed for wanting to break Ondrej's marriage. So she keeps quiet. When Alice returns home, Ondrej treats her to a romantic night, and she also tells him she is pregnant. Later, Ondrej holds the scan of the two fetuses and appreciates Rudolph for helping him. But Rudolph says he may be the owner of the child. Rudolph goes to a playground with Marta's ashes. He remembers when he went there with her. And the movie ends here, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.